I had one special photograph of the Pope smiling. And there's only this one photograph, so I have no profile while he smiles. And so I had to work through and made tons of drawings, how the muscles look like when he smiles. And I only imagined that he would look like this from the profile. It was very interesting to me and very pushing. But I think I captured this special smile because it's also so that people should recognize this special Pope. He wanted a dialogue, he wanted conversations. When he got nominated as a Pope, he immediately started and wanted to reform the Catholic Church. He called in Vatican II. It started in 1962, and this was very special to me to research about it as well, because he was the first Pope in our lifetime actually who invited all spiritual leaders of the world to the Vatican. So I thought this was quite amazing, and this is actually also my thought, that we really should respect each other and even different religions, and work with this and try to do the best out of this, because with wars and hate we cannot solve a problem. I started welding metal construction together and built the body. Actually, we welded pieces together. It was pretty exciting. After a month, I finally was at that stage to cover my whole construction with clay. And from that point on, I felt like the figure got alive to me. It was just an amazing process. First, rubber molds are made from my original clay piece. 9 separate molds are made because the Pope is cast in 9 pieces. On top of the rubber comes plaster to stabilize the flexible forms. Inside we have the perfect negative of the sculpture. The next step is the wax casting process. Molten wax gets painted in several layers into the rubber molds. The wax pieces are used to create a duplicate of my original design, and other positive is born by removing the wax from the molds. The wax gets coated with liquid ceramics. This is called investment. Several layers are applied, creating a stable mold. This mold is dipped over and over again. The pieces are dipped 26 to 28 times. For me, It's a very exciting and very spiritual process, the bronze pour process. The bronze gets heated up for several hours to 2100 degrees Fahrenheit. Then the performance starts. The ceramic shell gets removed from the kiln and the molten bronze is poured into the sprue cup, which is a funnel into the inside of the mold. Bronze is an alloy of copper, lead, tin, zinc and silicon, and will be more and more rare as we milk our natural resources. After several days cooling, the ceramic shell gets broken away, revealing my bronze sculpture in pieces. The sprue cup is cut out with a torch. We work with lots of fire during the whole process. Sweat and even sometimes tears are involved. The ceramic shell adheres to the bronze. Will everything come out okay? Oh, but then it's not done. The whole process is not done. We have all the single pieces, and these pieces, they get, we have to cut all the sprues, and we have to sandblast those, and then those pieces get welded together. And this is actually the hard part, I feel always, to weld the piece together and really find out the right form again, because when you have like the upper part of the Pope piece and the lower parts, the seam lines, they sometimes don't fit really. It's a long process to get them connected first, and then to fill all the seam lines with bronze again. So I grew up mostly all my life in former East Germany, trying to find freedom in, for example, looking at art pieces we were not allowed, or to read books we weren't allowed. Finally, I came here and had the freedom, or I feel that I have the freedom, at least in doing my artwork, what I want to do. And so including writing into my artwork is, first of all, it's maybe an historical thing, that the Bauhaus people used letters or different words as design to their whole art piece. But for me, it's writing something more deeply. As I said before, we weren't allowed to read certain books or read newspapers or art magazines from the West. And we would really yearn that when a new book came out, to read it, and we would yearn for some critical words in there. I used quotes from Pope John the 23rd and wrote them in different languages all over his gown. Jeder Tag ist gut, geboren zu werden. Jeder Tag ist gut zum Sterben. All days are good for being born. All days are good for dying. And on the back of his stole, I put, for me, a very special quote. It calls, "Trouble the waters. Do you see yourself there? Let them be calm. You will see your image." Or other quotes I used is, I use it in different languages actually. History, the teacher of life. Die Geschichte ist der Lehrer unseres Lebens. Or stress that which unites rather than that which divides. The finished chased bronze now gets treated with chemicals and lots of heat again. We apply a sulfate and wash it off with water. It is the foundation for my multicolor patina I want to have for this special Italian Pope. Everything I do has two reasons: the freedom to create and the joy. A mix of red iron oxide is brushed on over and over again, and heated up over and over again as well. This develops the red color. Was my dream always to make a colored sculptural piece, not colored with paint, colored with chemicals and using the fire again, and to burn it in, to burn the color in, and then the color develops actually through the fire. And it's very fascinating. So what I want to do, actually my thought was in the beginning to color only his stole, because the stole is very special for a Pope. It shows actually some of his lifetime. A stole will get stitched by a very old family business in Italy, in Rome actually. It's all hand stitched, and it was very fascinating to me to visit this business in Rome. And so I thought to color his stole with dark red, dark blue and gold, but now we want to color the whole piece. We work with a mix with copper nitrate for the bluish green, titanium oxide for the white. The face and the hands get a weak ferric nitrate. We are using old recipes for a new sculpture. Pope John XXIII was an Italian pope who was very progressive. To make this piece to look like a real Italian sculpture, I wanted to finish my dream and to complete it while applying gold leaf on the bronze. New Mexico treated me so well during my journey of creating bronze sculptures here. Finally, I even learned from the master, Marty Horowitz, to gild with red gold leaf and platinum, shipped from France and Germany for the reliefs of his stole, for the fisherman's ring, and for his necklace and cross. The gold leaf gets applied very carefully over an adhesive. It needs to sit, and some little parts I have to do again. After a rest of about 3 days, I polish the glistening brilliance of gold. Finally, the patina gets sealed under a wax coating, and I alter and seal the real beauty of the gold with asphalt. These are my last creative touches. My drive, compassion for my work, and my mission to create this piece is almost finished. piece is done. I had a dream to create this sculpture from a lump of New Mexican clay and cannot believe it. It was me who did this. Now he's on his way, cast in bronze, to the final destination in Albuquerque, at the Pope John XXIII Catholic community. What an adventure for a year of my life, filled with research, interacting with people from all over the world, passion, integrity, beauty, and love. I remember giving birth to my two wonderful sons. It's as soon if you give birth, the children are not ours anymore. They belong to the world. And I had to give up this piece as well. So it was pretty hard. It was pretty hard.